welcome to Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio. It's May 13th, 2020. You're here with your amazing and awesome host, Dustin Clark and Lauren Smith. How are you doing tonight, Dustin?
Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
What? Stop it. You jerk. I hate you right now. I hate you.
Hey, we just had to make sure the new laptop's working.
Uh-huh. Listen, I have enough gray hairs because of you, Dustin. You need to chill.
Well,
how are you doing tonight,
good.
Dustin? Yeah, good.
I'm doing good. I'm just hoping all these storms coming do not produce tornadoes. We've been pretty lucky so far this year, but
you just jinxed us.
Yeah, I did.
Stupid.
For those that don't know, I got a new truck this year, and it seems like every time that we've had a storm come through, it's been hail.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've only gotten nothing bigger than a marble, but at the same time, I was standing at my kitchen window with a hand up on the window with a tear rolling down, like, not my new truck. But, yeah, that's been the extent of our storms so far. So just hoping for the best
pretty
for tonight.
Much. Yeah, I hope not either. Definitely want to steer clear of the tornadoes this year. Seems like we always have like these storms, but we just have the tornadoes are at weird times. Like last year, I think we had tornadoes it was like late May, early June, like just weird times when we have them.
Yeah, the year before last, we had one in October.
Yeah,
that came through by Tinker Air Force Base. It took a couple of cars out, and it actually hit a quarter mile from the house. So. Oh
man.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have our last show and not talk about the weather. So glad we covered that. And I'll have y'all know that Dustin brought up the weather this time, not Lauren. So just go ahead and jot that down if y'all are keeping track of who talks about the weather more. I think we're even now. So.
Well, I just wanted I was trying to make you feel better because you're always talking about it. So
Oh, is that what you were doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight we really just wanted to get on here. It is our last show of the season. We wanted to get on here and just kind of talk to each other, and Dustin and I talk pretty much every day. So, and we talk about everything under the sun. And today, or here lately, we've really been talking about the show. And we've been talking about what we want to do with the show, where we want to take the show, what we could improve with the show, stuff like that. And so we decided that we're going to go ahead and take a small hiatus. It's very short. We're going to take a hiatus from the show to work on the show and improve the show. So we decided to just make our show about that. Instead of having a last guest, we're the guest. So if you're interested in this show, stay tuned, and we're going to talk about the future of Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio. We're also going to touch on some stuff that's in the Bigfoot community and just, whatever tickles our fancy for the next 55 minutes and 17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Okay.
Is that how long we're going to be on?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
But you thought I scheduled it for 30 minutes? I know how windy you are, dude. You don't shut up once you get going. But seriously, so last year, Lauren Smith promised you guys that we were moving to a new format, that we were moving to a new platform. Lauren did not deliver. I'm going to stop talking about myself in the third person because that's creepy. But I have no excuses. I mean, I do. Like, I have plenty of excuses. I was overwhelmed with everything else going on. Going to school and going to work full time, taking care of my family, all of that. But due to recent life changes for me, I am now able to put more effort and more time into the show, I guess. And so my goal has always been to produce a show that has good quality. And I always say this, as long as there's one person who wants to listen to the show, I will do the show for that one person. Bear O'Brien, talking to you. But no, seriously, so I've always wanted to, have a good quality show. That's always been my goal. I feel like you can ask Dustin. I'm a perfectionist. I'm always saying that we can do better. I always feel like we can be better than we are. And so we decided that we are going to go ahead and jump. We're going to do this. So we are switching to the online broadcasting system, the OBS system. So when we come back, we will be on YouTube live stream, hopefully Facebook Live at the same time. We have been on Blog Talk. Nite Callers has been on Blog Talk for 10 years, and times are changing, so we must change too. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the show. It's going to improve our audio quality. I know that's been a big complaint. We complain about it too, don't get me wrong. So we've heard your complaints and suggestions, and we take them seriously. We are working to improve the show for you. Again, I do want to remind everyone, we do our show live. So sometimes we do interrupt each other, and there are weird pauses. We don't get to edit those out because we're a live show. So just want to say that as a blanket statement for shows we've done in the past that are kind of hard to listen to because the audio quality sucks. So we are both striving to improve our audio quality, improve, a lot of stuff about our show. We're going to have new content, new guests, new topics, all that kind of stuff. We're really looking forward to bringing you a bigger, better show. Having said all that, I've been working really hard to get us transferred over to the OBS system. So I just want to say this real quick. If anybody out there, out of the goodness of your heart, you love the show or you love Dustin and I or whatever, and you are good at editing content, at running programs like the OBS system and maneuvering through social media, stuff like that, if you, out of the goodness of your heart, want to help us and become a member of the Nite Callers team and help us with that, we would be very welcome. Please direct message us, DM us, and we can talk about that. It's not a paying gig, but I'll pay you in gratitude and really bad dad jokes. That's all I got. So, but anyways, I just want to put that out there. We're begging. At this point, we're begging because I've spent the last couple weeks trying to put the OBS system together and just crying, cussing, screaming, but I'm getting it together. But my poor friends have just had to listen to me, and God bless all of them. Anyways, but when we do come back from a hiatus, you will get to see our smiling faces. Well, my smiling face. Dustin doesn't smile much. When he smiles, it usually ends up in blood and stitches. So we'll just my smiling face and Dustin's grumpy face. No giggle, no laugh, Dustin, really? Crickets?
I
true.
have to use my fake laugh. I was waiting, so.
You did use your fake laugh.
Well, I was going to say, Gaz, she has been working really hard and struggling a lot with this OBS system. And usually, I get amusement out of seeing her struggle, but this has actually been, it's sad. So.
Yeah. He's actually tried to talk me out of doing this, for months now. He has tried to talk me out of the OBS system, not because he doesn't want to take our platform there, but because he has seen how hard it's been on me. I'm good with technology, but I'm not the most patient person anyways, but if you put technology in front of me, my patience goes into the negatives. I have no patience whatsoever. So I end up I mean, just instantly getting pissed off at everything in the world. I mean, it's so bad. So he's had to listen to my rants about, you know, how hard it's been and how hard this system is and why can't it just flow and like why can't I make this, and it's really bad. So if anybody would like to take pity on me and help Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio get set up with their content and getting, you know, the editing and all of that, you know, advertising, everything like that, if you would like to come onto the team and help us get that all going, if you excel at that and want to do it out of the goodness of your heart, we are totally on board with that. If not, I'm still going to make it happen. And so we plan to bring you guys just a really good show. A really good show. So when we come back, like I said, we're going to be live. You're going to see our beautiful faces. Well, you know, it's not Dustin.
My beautiful face, but...
Oh, yeah, Dustin's, for sure. And we're going to have live chat, so the show will be more interactive, everything like that. So I'm pretty excited about where we're going to take Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio. Like I said, we are going to... oh, dear God, what did I do? Sorry, I hit a button. See, guys, I need help. I can't do this technology stuff. Oh, my gosh. So I am excited about where we're going to take the show. We've been talking about kind of what we want to introduce on the next season, different types of guests, different topics, kind of a different interviewing style that we want to introduce. And so we just really want to shake things up. We're still going to be, you know, a good quality podcast, but we just really need to shake things up. So if you guys have suggestions, like someone you want on the show, a topic you want us to cover, any suggestions, we of course welcome those, because we're doing this show for you, right? We're not doing this show to hear ourselves talk. We're doing this show for you guys listening in. So if you have any suggestions, advice, tips, complaints, keep the complaints to a minimum, but, you know, just requests, we are down to hear those. And, I mean, we have motivation to do this because we can't let Bear O'Brien down, right? Like, we have to do this for him. He's our number one fan, and we can't let him down. We just can't.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm thinking about having T-shirts made that say, like, what would Bear O'Brien do? And just living my life by that.
What
do you think,
that
Dustin?
Shirt and we need that shirt made and sorry, Stephen.
Sorry, Stephen. Anytime that we say a cuss word, anytime, like we always say sorry, Stephen, because he's such a nice guy and he puts up with our potty mouths so nicely. He's so nice about it, but you know, we have to apologize to him whenever we say something. I think it's kind of funny though. I'm definitely going to get a shirt made and wear it to the next outing that says sorry, Stephen. But anyway, so that's kind of what we're thinking about with the show. We hope we have everybody's support. You know, we've tried to put a good show on for you, and but like I said, I feel like we can always be better. So we are going to be really bringing it next season, pending any disasters. You know.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Knock on wood. So y'all direct message us. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see, any great ideas that y'all have to really boost Nite Callers for you guys. So the thing with Nite Callers, I'm just going to say this, is Nite Callers has never been about most of the hosts of Nite Callers. We've never been about being number one. We've never been about being the most popular, being the most sensational. You know, we don't really interview eyewitnesses and have those sensational accounts. We interview the day-to-day researchers that are out there, boots on the ground, researching, and that are subject matter experts in their field, you know, stuff like that. So Nite Callers has never really been about being the biggest and the best. We want to produce a quality show that people enjoy listening to and can learn something from. We've had quite a few of our listeners actually get out in the field for the first time after listening to our show, after listening to our guests. They've told us, I was interested in this. I never had been out in the field, and I listened to so-and-so on your show, and it just really gave me the confidence to get out there, and now I've been out there. Stuff like that. So Nite Callers is really, we're not interested in being popular. We're not interested in being number one Bigfoot podcast in the whole world. That's not where we're at. We just want a quality show that people enjoy listening to. If we have one listener or 10 million, we just want to produce a quality show for you guys to enjoy. Dustin's like, how do I follow up to that, right?
Well, I thought you had a little bit more. So.
I mean, you saw my list.
But yeah.
But anyway, so I just wanted to put that out there about Nite Callers. Also, so this is going to transition into our next topic that we kind of wanted to touch on a little bit is on our show, so in the Bigfoot community, there's always drama. There's always controversy. And no matter what's gone down and no matter who has said what, Nite Callers is Switzerland. We are neutral. We don't take sides. For us, this show is about the research and about the researcher. So we have people on and we talk about research techniques. We talk about sightings, encounters, experiences, stories, stuff like that. We don't take sides. We don't get into the drama. Personal relationships aside, this show is not about that. So this show is not about friendships. This is not about, this group versus that group. Our show has always been Switzerland. We take the high road, we go above the drama, and we stick to the research. So I just want to throw that out there because I know that it seems like since the coronavirus has started especially and people are stuck in their homes, it seems like the community, it's really sad to me because I was hoping that the community would pull together and, just really pull together and be kind and, do good things. But it seems like the community for the most part has shown its true colors and just we've fallen into backbiting and accusations and just drama, and it's so sad to me that we are all going after each other when we should all be supporting each other and getting out in the field. Like, use this time to get out in the field and get away from people, social distance, and get out there and look for that big hairy guy. That's the reason that we're all in this. And so it's just been, and this is not aimed at anybody. I just want to say that real quick. This is not aimed at anybody specifically. This is not about anybody in reference to anybody. However, if you just took offense to what I said, maybe you need to stop and just take a look at your actions and how they're coming off to others. Because this community should be about cohesiveness. This community should be kind. The thing that I tell people who are not in the community, I always tell them that my Bigfoot people are my people, right? These are my people. This is my family. I've met people all over the United States, all over the world over the last 10 years that I consider my family. And I talk to these people daily. I talk to people in the Bigfoot community every single day, my friends, more than I talk to my family, because these people they get me, right? These people accept me more than some of my family. These people I can turn to and just be completely myself, right? So it just, bothers me, I guess, that our in total Bigfoot community, we're so competitive with each other and we're so hurtful with each other. You know, I would love to see, obviously, rainbows and butterflies are not going to happen in any group, any community, anything like that. But I would love to see us rally together for once, for the Bigfoot, for the cause of Bigfoot, instead of all the backbiting and backstabbing and drama and everything like that. And I know that's kind of not realistic, but I would just hope, especially during these uncertain times, that everyone just remember, it costs $0 to be kind to one another and to mind your own damn business. Okay, it costs no money to do that. It's completely freaking free to love and be kind and mind your own damn business. That's it. And no, I'm totally guilty of not minding my own damn business, for sure. Have I learned my lesson over and over and over? Yeah, for sure. I'm totally guilty of getting excited about gossip. Yes, completely. But I do want to just say, like, when it comes to seriously hurting somebody and, like, ruining their life over a vendetta or over a slight or over a perceived slight or rumors or whatever, y'all just be kind. It's not hard. Be kind. That's it. And it takes also, like, if you hear a rumor about somebody, find out the facts. You know, don't just judge that person based on the person that said it, because that person could have some emotional baggage with that, you know, you don't know about, and it could change your perception of the other person. So just get the facts. So get all the facts, get the other person's side of the story, then make your decision. Make educated decisions, everybody. And that's not even just Bigfoot community, that's anything. Like on Facebook, when you see something about the coronavirus, when you see something about, you know, Donald Trump, whatever, get the facts before you share it, right? So if you see somebody on a live video going off about so-and-so and how they're this and they're this, get the facts before you join in and get part of a witch hunt, right? I feel like that should be common sense, but apparently it's not. I don't know. Again, like, I'm not saying that that it's ever possible for us to be like rainbows and butterflies with each other, but y'all, man, just be kind. And if you can't be kind, shut the hell up. That's all I got.
Yeah, you know, when I first started getting into the whole Bigfoot thing, I would always hear these stories of people saying that they have great audio or they have a great picture, great video evidence, but they would be like, but I'm not going to share it with anybody at all. And, you know, me just starting out at first, I was thinking, if you have all this evidence, why in the hell wouldn't you share it? I mean, that's why we're here, right? That's why, you know, there's Bigfoot groups. That's why there's a whole community of Bigfoot people. And it always blew my mind that a couple of years I have come to see why some people would just rather be quiet about it. I mean, at the same time, if it was me and I had, you know, any kind of Bigfoot evidence, if I was some of these people, I just wouldn't even say I had it. I wouldn't be, you know, bragging that I had it and then not sharing it. But a lot of things have happened since I first started. Now I kind of understand why people don't want to share their findings, because it's just, you're a witch, basically.
You put it out there and it gets ripped to shreds. You know, you can find stuff and think it's legit and put it out there for the people in the community you put it out there to hear what they have to say. Like, you know, especially if you're new to the community, you think, okay, these people all know about this. I'm going to put this out there and hope that one of them can give me some perspective, weigh in and say whether it's real or not, if they think I have something. But you put it out there and it just gets ripped to shreds and you get called a hoaxer. And a liar and all this other stuff. And it's like, why would anyone? So, I hear all the time, well, why don't we have any pictures of Bigfoot? Why don't we have a video of Bigfoot? You can't prove it exists. And I'm like, good God. I mean, if you do put something out there, you're immediately called a liar. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be skeptical. I'm not saying that we shouldn't put everything under the microscope and make sure that it's legit if we're going to call it a mythical creature, right? But I'm saying we could be a hell of a lot kinder in the way we do it. I know people that, they post something and somebody gets on there and just rips them to shreds and in front of everybody. There's a way to go about that that's kinder. You can message them privately and be like, hey, I know you posted this apple that had a bite mark out of it. I'm going to go ahead and let you know those teeth marks on that apple are from, an ostrich. Like, they're not actually from a Bigfoot, and here's why, and explain it to them, and then they can go back and be like, hey, I heard that this is actually this. I'm so sorry for posting that, but, I'm glad to know this now. There's just a different way to do that without being so hateful about it. So, yeah, we probably, and I actually know, not probably, I know people who have fantastic evidence. They have basically proven this thing. And they will not post that for the Bigfoot community because people are such buttheads. Yay me for editing.
Well, you kind of threw me off a minute ago when you said it was an ostrich bit the apple. Like, I was expecting you to say,
I was trying to be random, because the whole thing, like, I saw a picture recently of something that someone posted, and they posted a piece of fruit that had a bite mark out of it. And so anyway, that's what came to mind. I didn't want to call that person out though. But it's so Dustin actually mentioned what he just said. He mentioned that the other day to me about how when he first started, what he thought versus now. And it blew my mind. It blew my mind because it's so true. It's like, when you first get into this, before you really know the community, you're just like, oh my gosh, why you have a footprint? Why didn't you share that? And then it's like you find out later because you can literally take a video of the Bigfoot leaving that footprint and someone's still going to question it. And I just want to clarify, if you do post something, you should always post it welcoming people's knowledge on the topic. So you should always be open to having it reviewed, having it put under the microscope. You should always be open to having some feedback that maybe you don't want. So, some friends, there's another show on the Beast show, and they do audio analysis. And they talked the other day about how when they review audio for somebody and they send it back to them and they say, this is not actually a Bigfoot, this is a bird, blah, 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 they say it in a very kind tone. So they make sure that that person knows what you got is actually a barred owl, but now you know to listen for this and this and this. They do it in a very kind way. And so you can do that, but people don't. They just get on there and rip them to shreds and accuse them of stuff. And it's like, you guys, we just need to be kind. And I don't want to keep harping on it. I don't want to keep ranting on it, but this has always been an issue in the community. Egos and agendas and insecurities run amok in the community, and that takes its toll on how we treat others. But with Corona, it's like all of these things have gotten 10 times worse, and we have all this time now to just be hateful to each other, and it's so sad to me. And yes, we can take the high road, and Nite Callers can be in Switzerland and be neutral, but we're watching, people we know go through all this, and we're seeing it on Facebook every day and social media, and we're watching, live videos being done about other people, and that affects their life. Like, yeah, Bigfoot is like the Bigfoot hobby or whatever, that affects a lot of people. And so if you go after somebody and accuse them of something, especially publicly, like you can affect their life, like their entire life, right? Like, yes, we do want to make sure that people are not hoaxing, and we want to make sure that people have integrity, for sure. But there's a way to go about it that doesn't hurt them if you're wrong, right?
Right.
Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know. I know there are, people out there that are going to hear this and they're going to be like, just vicious about it. And I get that, you're a bulldog and you don't take any crap and all of that. But I wish the Bigfoot community could be a little bit more supportive and a little bit less.
Yeah.
I can't think of a nice word to say, so just leave that there.
Because there is no nice word.
There's not a nice word. I mean, people are being assholes straight up, and I hate it. And again, this is not directed at anyone specifically. This is just what I've experienced over the last 20 years that I've been dealing with the community, and Dustin, however long you've been in the community. I think if you're in the community like 6 months to a year, you understand how people can be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But we're not on here to talk shit about the community. Definitely can't monetize this video, but we're not on here to talk crap about the community. We're not on here to like make people feel bad at all. It's just we just want to remind people that we're all in this together. We're all looking for the same thing. We all have different ways of researching, and that's okay. Because if we all research the same way, we're never going to get anywhere. If we try new things and share those, we don't have to share research areas. Not everyone is as awesome and amazing as Southern Bigfoot Alliance, right? Like, we don't have to share Bigfoot areas, but sharing research tips and tricks and stuff like that, like, let's put our egos aside and focus on the end game, right? Because, like, if I have a secret ingredient to a recipe and I only give you half the recipe, your pasta salad is going to suck, right? But if I tell you all of it and let you make it, you can go share that with other people and it's going to be amazing. Dustin, you're just, you're the only person I've ever told that story, so just,
Well, not everybody wants to know.
Like, that pasta salad story is the reason that I'm probably not going to get into heaven. Right there. Because I'm petty. Anyway, I do want to talk about the good people in the community, the people that do collaborate and they do share and they do support each other during hard times. And that kind of stuff is amazing to me. It seems like in the community, the downfalls are when the egos and pride take over. It's like so-and-so wants their name on it, and they want their name to be the name, and they want, they wrote a book and this, and it's like when the ego and the pride comes, like, that's when we start to fail. And if we could all just eat some humble pie, I think the community would be a lot better off. We're probably going to lose so many listeners because of this, but honestly, if somebody thinks along those lines, that's fine with me. I'll take the hit. Dustin's like, wait, you did not consult with me about this. But I know you agree.
Hey,
it's fine.
Letting you roll with it.
I know.
Yeah, there's been a few times that, because Southern Bigfoot Alliance, which is my group with Shane and Brian and Tim, we've had our share of people. Basically, we've had trolls, just a bunch of trolls come through, and there's been times where I've said screw it, and I've removed myself from every Bigfoot Facebook group. I've removed a bunch of Bigfoot people from my friends list, which it has nothing to do with them. It's just the fact that, like, it's a lot of crap in the community, and it's constant crap, and it just gets kind of, unless you are in it for the drama, for the backstabbing, for the running people's names in the mud on little bit of evidence, then why are you there? Why are you in the community? You're just bringing everybody else down.
You know, recently there's been some big drama regarding some big names in the community. Names that have been in this since the beginning, names that started this whole gig, right? And all I can think when I see anything about that, when I watch videos about it, hear comments about it, all I can think is like, and this is so dramatic, but bear with me, is like, what if that accuser used their powers for good instead of evil? And that sounds so dramatic, I know, but like, for real, you have these people that spend their time researching a person and finding fault after fault after fault after fault with that person, finding the evidence on that person, and I'm like, what if, just saying, throwing this out here, what if you put your time into, I don't know, researching Bigfoot instead of people? Like, whoa, that would be insane. Like, you would find freaking Bigfoot within a couple days. But no, you put your energy into ruining somebody's life? Like, and I know a lot of those people think that they're keeping the community honest. And they think that, you know, they're doing their part to not let any crap or lies into the community. And I get that. But also, could they not just
mind their own business and let
I mean, who died and made you the Bigfoot sheriff? Yeah. Like, who died and made you the Bigfoot FBI that you have to, you know, put somebody on trial and publicly roast them in front of everybody and take them down and clear the Bigfoot world of hoaxers and manipulators? Like, you know, just nobody asked you to do that. Just turn your attention back to Bigfoot and be kind, mind your own business. That's it. I mean, it's not hard. And honestly, this is the most open that we've ever been on our show about this, you know, but Dustin and I have both gotten to the point where we are just so frustrated with the community right now, because it is just, it devolved into this just, I mean, it's just hateful. Like, the community is just hateful about every single thing, and it's so sad. And it's to the point where good people with good evidence and good researchers are walking away from the community. Like, they're walking away, and I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about other people. So there are a few close people of mine that know that I've been considering taking a step back from the community and just doing my own thing, just because I'm so fed up with all the drama and people getting hurt and people accusing other people of stuff. And it's really wearing on me. But there are other people, better researchers than me, that have amazing evidence, amazing talents and skills and experience, and they're all walking away. I mean, not even looking back. And we're losing good researchers because people are just so obsessed with the drama and the gossip and hurting other people that they don't even care that the research is actually being impacted by what they're doing. And they will claim, well, I'm just trying to keep, the Bigfoot community honest and find the hoaxers and all of that. And I get that, but y'all, you ain't got to be so hateful about it.
Yeah, and I don't know that we even necessarily need that. I think we've done, or the community, for the most part, has done pretty good about policing itself.
Mhm. And they really have. You're right. That is actually a really amazing point. The community does police itself, and we don't need, one designated person to, or, whoever. We don't need that person to publicly out that person, Like, if somebody has a reputation as a hoaxer, other people find out. Without one person saying it, everyone will know. Like, you can say a couple names right now, and everyone will cringe because that person is a known hoaxer. And, it's just so, we police ourselves pretty well. Also, I just want to say that if you decide to hoax, because, I've run into some hoaxing before, and it actually affected me personally, and I was very upset about it. And it made me sick to my stomach that someone would do this. And I think the person that did it with good intentions. If that's possible in this situation, I think the person did it with good intentions, but I think that they didn't really understand how it negatively impacts the community and the topic, the research, everything. So when you hoax or lie, it takes the entire community, the entire topic, all the time and work that everyone else has put in, it takes us all backwards, right? So if you're found out to hoax, it makes everybody look bad, not just you. So, you can still be kind about revealing a hoaxer, but I do want to say, hoaxers are like the bane of our existence, because we take, all of us work so hard in the field, and we all have integrity. And this is what I tell people is, like, me personally, I would rather come home empty-handed every single time I go out, as hard as that is, and everybody knows that sucks. Like, when you go out and you spend time and money out in the field and time off work, time away from your family, and you're out doing this, and you come home empty-handed with nothing to show for it, it's hard. It sucks, right? But I would rather come home empty-handed than come home with a fabricated piece of evidence. So hoaxing, like, you have to have integrity, because if you do go out and you come back and you're like, oh yeah, I found this footprint and it's not real, and you're found out, you just took the entire community backwards, because everybody thinks that we're fake anyway. Everyone thinks that Bigfoot is not real. Everyone thinks that we're crazy. Everyone thinks, media, the world, they all think that we're a bunch of crazy people out there chasing shadows. So the more legit evidence we find, okay, I shouldn't say that. When it comes to legit evidence, quality, not quantity. Okay, so it's not about we found 75,000 billion footprints. It's about we found this, these 2 footprints that are legit. They have thermal ridges. They, were found in this really remote area, whatever. So it's about the quality of the evidence, not the quantity. So just if you do hoax, you're taking us backwards. You're not putting Bigfoot on the map. You're not making us look good. You're not getting us any good attention. You're taking us all backwards. And that's why people are so sensitive about hoaxing, is because you're wasting our time. You're wasting our money. You're wasting our resources. There are people that have put years and years of their lives into this, into their research. And so when you hoax, you are wasting their time, and it hurts them. And so, I do want to say, we can all be kind and mind your own business and everything. But that's why hoaxing is so sensitive. I do want to follow up with that. Like, that's why hoaxing is so sensitive, because it takes us backwards as a group, as a community. That's why nobody takes us seriously, because every single big new piece of evidence we have to show to the world that, we're not crazy, this thing exists, turns out to be a hoax because somebody just couldn't wait for the real thing.
Mm-hmm. And even though it sucks, it's okay to come home empty-handed. If you are going out into the woods for a weekend, camping in woods that you think it might have Bigfoot in it, and you spend the weekend out there, it doesn't rain, you just have a camping trip that you're on, right? If you come back disappointed because you didn't find anything, then you need to find a different hobby. Because if you can't go and I've always thought, even if I don't find anything, hey, I went camping and I was away from the house for a whole weekend.
Right.
I don't mind. It's okay with me if I don't find a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are people out there who cannot stand not having evidence or being able to prove this or that, and it just comes out as just a bunch more crap that everybody else has to deal with just because you can't enjoy yourself out in the woods and you complain when you don't hear or see anything. That's if you can't have fun.
Right, and that's true. And I mean, you can still get out there and be scientific and professional and still have fun at the same time. I always tell people, because I'll go out and do an outing and I'll come home and they're like, well, did you see Bigfoot? Oh, you didn't? And I'm just like, do you see a mountain lion every time you go into the woods? Do you see a bear every time you go to the woods? I mean, it's not realistic to think that just because I'm looking for something means that, I'm going to see it every time or get evidence every time. And I always have this feeling that I have to qualify what I did. Oh, well, no, I didn't have a sighting, but we got some really great audio. And it's like, you shouldn't have to defend your outing. If you didn't get anything, it's okay to say, no, you know what, this weekend was really dead and it sucked. I'll say, I drove all the way to freaking Kentucky, and I didn't have anything there. We had a few small things happen, but we didn't have anything really concrete. But you know what? I had a freaking blast. I got to go out in primitive camp with some of my favorite people, and I got to see a part of the United States I've never seen before. I got to take a road trip by myself without my kids. Y'all, that might have been the best part. I'm not even going to lie. It was glorious. It was glorious. For the whole first 8 hours, I didn't even listen to the radio. I just listened to silence because there was silence. It was great. But I digress. So, so I have gone, and I think that's why people get upset and feel like they have to say that something happened, is because they are putting their time and money into it, and coming home empty-handed is hard. But just have integrity when you're in the field. It's better to come home empty-handed than come home with a lie, because you're just making us all look bad.
So stop making shit up.
Stop it. We don't want to know. We just don't want it. I'm sorry.
Now, if you
I'm eating curly fries.
If you are frustrated or upset by any of the things that we have said, refer all your hate mail to Lauren.
Wow.
In her DMs.
Really just threw me under the bus there, bud. It's true. You can. You can, and that's fine. I'll talk you through it. I am a psychology major. It's what I do. I think that's why this has bothered me so bad, is that during times of great strife, you have people that just, like, society just, it's like the best and the worst comes out of society, and the same is true of the Bigfoot community. The best and the worst has come out of the community, and I was just really crossing my fingers and holding out hope that the Bigfoot community would impress me with a just outpouring of love and kindness and helping each other, you know, like, hey, so-and-so in New Zealand, you know what, I've never met you, but I know that you're on lockdown, so, you know, here's this, I don't know, that, I guess, like, people are probably going to be like, wow, girl, I mean, I really did have high hopes for the community that we would all band together during this, and that there would be like good content out of it, like funny videos from people. Okay, shout out to Billy McDonald, because he totally rocked it. Like, he has some hilarious videos that he did, and it really made people smile. And I guess I assumed that there would be more of that, people making funny videos and great posts and good Bigfoot material. I mean, the Daryl commercial with Progressive, y'all could have taken that and ran with it. But no, everyone's too busy being mean to each other. Like, y'all, come on. Honest to Pete.
So we'll kind of hear people turning us off.
Basically, yeah. But also, like I said earlier, you know, if you're offended by anything that I've talked about, I'm just going to go ahead and say that maybe you should stop and evaluate why you're offended. Stop and kind of think about, like, maybe I'm offended because, you know, I come off that way, or, you know,
maybe you're the problem.
Just, yeah, what Dustin said, maybe you're the problem. And I don't want to, like, call anybody out. Again, this is not directed at any specific person in the community, any specific person that I know. This is just something that I've felt for a very long time that's kind of come to a head after the corona thing, after everyone's been quarantined. And I just
everybody's losing their damn mind because they're sitting at home not doing anything, watching old Bigfoot videos, listening to old Bigfoot audio, hearing things, seeing things that aren't there, and it's driving people crazy.
Everyone, you're allowed.
I would like to blame it on the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I would like to blame it on the coronavirus, but, you know, the Bigfoot community has been like this before the virus, so...
It has. You know, that's true. That's true. And like I said, like, it's been like this, but it has never been this... Well, I mean, it probably has been this bad, but maybe because I'm cooped up in the house and having to watch it, maybe that's why it's affecting me more, and I'm just, like, at my limit on people, the infighting and backbiting, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to watch this and watch good people. You know, there's a lot of people in the community that, like I said, I consider family and friends, and in watching people be hurt or watching people spend their time on stuff, you know, and it's just like, man, I don't want to be, like, completely hippie lovey-dovey here, but, like, man, why can't we all just be friends and go find Bigfoot? Shit, how hard is that? Right? Like, can we just like sing Kumbaya and find this big hairy guy? Like, is that too much to ask?
No, we should all be able to get along. We're after the same deal, same thing, same creature. Some of us might have different beliefs. Some of us might think it's aliens dropping Bigfoot off. Some people might think it's whatever you believe. Just be nice to each other. We're after the same thing. You know what? If, like, we were to all of a sudden find Bigfoot. Somebody caught one, and turns out they are interdimensional. You know what? Cool. That's something I did not know. I'll be happy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that they are interdimensional, by the way. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm not saying that's my beliefs. If you believe it, you can believe it. But
I've said for years, like you just touched on something for sure. Like you said, like if they are interdimensional, well, I didn't know that. That's great. So you should always be open to learning. You should always be open to learning something new. Like the day that you think you know it all, you might as well just go dig a hole and put up a tombstone, man, because you're done. You should always be learning. You should always be learning new techniques. You should always be trying new things. You should always be thirsting for knowledge, Spencer. You should always be thirsting for knowledge, whether it's this or anything in your life. But, you know, especially with this, because nobody has...
Hey.
What?
Go ahead, finish your thought.
You can talk about how moist you are and not dry, because we had this conversation already, dude.
Whoa.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, you know, you were talking about, you know, we don't know everything, right? But did you know?
Well, I mean, I do,
but between Spencer and I, we know everything.
Oh my God, no! Between Spencer knows everything.
Well, between him and I, we know everything. Ask me a question. See, anything off the top of your head.
No. I don't want to embarrass you in front of everybody.
Whatever. Anyways, go on with your rant. You ruined it.
I'm not ranting. What? I haven't ranted this whole time. I have been the picture of grace and tactfulness. Go me.
I think I just caught the corona.
I'm actually really proud of myself that I haven't coughed this entire time. So we haven't had a show in a couple weeks. Well, first of all, we were both on Eerie Okie podcast with Marnie Venge, and so that's why we didn't have a show week before last. But last week, I've actually been down with allergies, and I've been coughing nonstop. It's not corona, but good God, it feels like it. Listen, and so I've been just really struggling with the coughing, and so we didn't have a show last week because it literally would have been 90 minutes of me coughing my lungs out. It was ridiculous. As you can tell by my voice this time, I'm sure that Dustin thinks my voice is as annoying as always, but it's actually like I'm very hoarse tonight because of all the coughing and hacking and spitting, and it's been gross, y'all. It's been real. Anyway, I don't want to end this show talking about mucus and coughing and nasty stuff. So, Dustin, what do you want to see?
I wonder if Bigfoot could get the coronavirus.
Ooh, you know what? We should have done the show about that. I'm sure everyone would have really appreciated not hearing us gripe about drama and hear about whether Corona can get Bigfoot virus. Oh my God. I have the Bigfoot virus. Warren. No lie. I'm infected. Okay, but for real, Dustin, what do you want to see Nite Callers come back as?
Well, I would like us to come back bigger and better.
Okay, that's great.
Honestly.
Thanks for putting in your input. Anyways, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I would like a new co-host.
The
old one. The old one can be replaced quite easily. I will take applications. It's pretty simple.
I'm irreplaceable.
But anyways, I'm excited about this new OBS system. The only thing I'm not excited about is being on camera for an hour and a half, because
because he has to pee a lot. I'll just say it.
No,
Dustin has
that
to
only
pee
happens sometimes.
all the time. He drinks Dr. Pepper like oxygen, and he has to pee like every 5 minutes like a little old man. It's really cute, but annoying. And that's why he doesn't want to do OBS, because you guys will know how many times he leaves the screen.
I'll just pee in a bottle like Shane Church.
He really did, too. Not on our show, but on somebody else's show.
Anyways.
I'm going to let Shane, punch you for that, not me, because you called him out, not me.
Hey, I still have his stock shirt, so it's okay.
Okay. Get to your point. Oh, my God.
Well, if I stop getting cut off, I was going to say, I'm not 100% excited about the video part, because I've never been on camera. I don't know what to do with my hands. So, I mean, after maybe a show or two, I might get used to it, and it might just be like doing this show. But the first couple, I'm going to be nervous because, I'm not going to know where to look at on the screen. I'm going to have to set it. I hate technology worse than you do. And so the
You'll be staring at me the whole time. Don't lie. It's fine.
You're not going to be able to shut up. Anyways, give me a headache. But I'm wanting to bring some more, a little bit more diversity to the show when we come back. I plan on having more paranormal, ghost people, different kinds of cryptids and such. I'm really working on trying to get our Australian listener, Beryl Bryan, to come on the show one time, but it's probably going to be a fight to get him on. But, yeah, I'm hoping to have some of our old guests that we've had on come back and talk to us, new guests, new creatures, and hopefully by the time we come back, I don't think we've talked about when we're coming back, but hopefully, we'll have some new fresh experiences coming back, and hopefully we'll be coming back to a nicer community, fingers crossed. But
well, let's just focus on the achievable, which is curing cancer and world peace. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all those things too, of course. I'm looking forward to the new format. I am looking forward to a better quality show, of course, for you guys. It's always my goal. I always strive for that. And I'm looking forward to it being more interactive. So a live chat during our shows, which we actually have now, but you have to have a Blog Talk account. And most people don't listen to that. Ours is more of a podcast format, so people listen on the go. They don't really listen live, which is fine. But we're looking for a more interactive format when we come back, so that you can chat with us live and ask us live questions, stuff like that, like we used to be pretty much. We were like that years ago, and it's kind of, Blog Talk is just not listener friendly now in that aspect. So we're looking forward to that. And as always, if you will please go look at our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. That's where we're going to be giving you more information about when we're coming back and how to access us. So check our Facebook page for updates, and we'll have all of our shows on YouTube from now on as well. What's up?
Do we have any people in the chat right now?
No, I don't even have the chat up because no. I haven't been having the chat up because I don't put the chat up anymore because you have to have an account and then you have to listen live, and most people, they listen live but they can't get into the chat, or they don't do the chat, and Blog Talk Radio really needs to step it up. I have messaged them endlessly about getting that fixed and all of that, and I think they did message me back once, and they were just like, yeah, you have to have an account to do Blog Talk, but you don't have to. But whenever somebody would go try to get an account, it would like make them, it would be like, oh, hey, well, you can start your own podcast. Here you go. And they're like, well, I don't want to do that. I just want to listen to the show and be in the chat. So I let them know about that. I let them know it was not very user-friendly and that people were moving away from Blog Talk because of it. So hopefully they fix that for other people. As it stands, this will be our last show on Blog Talk. So if you only listen through Blog Talk or Stitcher or Apple Podcasts or any of those, switch over to YouTube, find our channel, and like and subscribe us there. Hit that notification bell, or find us on Facebook, and we will keep you updated as we progress into the new age. We're going new age, guys. The future. The future of Nite Callers is now.
Have you decided when our next episode will be? Like when are we coming back? Lauren.
We will keep y'all posted.
Lauren.
It will not be very long because I will be we've already covered how impatient I am. I will be very impatient to get everything up and going and just launch this thing. So I am working hard to get everything set up and get back to you guys as soon as possible. Like I said, if you're good with this stuff and you want to like throw me a life preserver here and help me out getting all this set up, I will happily take charity at this point and DM me. All right? Thanks. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of weird messages after saying that.
Or you can send her a personalized letter at, I'm just kidding, I'm not actually giving the address, but
that's so hateful. What have I ever done to you? Like, you're so rude.
We don't have enough time for me to list off the things.
Wow. Okay, so I also have an opening for a second co-host, and I'm just kidding.
I've already said that. You can't take it.
Dang it. Listen, I'm a little slow tonight. Okay. Shut up, Dustin. Shut up. I knew it. Setting myself up for failure. Okay. But we do want to thank all of our listeners who have stuck with us for the last 10 years, and all of our listeners who maybe have just joined recently and started listening to us. We want to thank all of you because, again, without you guys, we'd be talking to each other, and that's just, I'd have to talk to Dustin all the time. So we want to thank all of you for listening in, for supporting us, and for being patient as we move to this new format. Again, we want to hear from you what you want, what you don't like, stuff like that. If you have other shows that you listen to and you're like, you want to DM me and be like, hey, just a tip. If you want to succeed, don't do this. This is really annoying. Feel free to message that too. Stuff like that. But we want to say thank you. Dustin probably has to pee really bad, so we're going to go ahead and end this show now. And again, that sigh right there, that should just be like, that should be our intro, because that's what I hear all the time, this long-suffering sigh as he has to put up with my BS. It's adorable. Anyway, so thank you all for listening, and we are going to go on hiatus for a little bit. We will let you know as soon as we come back. It will not be on Blog Talk Radio. So goodbye, Blog Talk Radio. It's been real. Can't say it's been real fun, but it's been real. And
as they cut our feed and completely delete the whole episode.
I know, they're just going to delete this show and be like, wow, this spiteful little thing. Anyway, but thank you all for listening, and we hope that anyone that deletes and blocks us after this, I hope that you take some time for some intro, reflection and personal reflection, and think about things on a deeper level inside of you, introspection. And everyone else, I hope you take the time to be kind, rewind. There, I said it. Let's go back to the time where we were. God. Yeah, let's go back to the time of Be Kind, Rewind, because I feel like the world was in a better place at that time. Anyway, okay. Thank you all for listening to Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio. We will hit you back on YouTube and Facebook. That's all I got. Stay safe and stay healthy, everybody.
Is that all you got?
Say the thing. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I'll just say real quick before we stop.
Oh, God, here we go.
That since we are moving to a new system where we will be, live streaming and we'll be on video, we will be doing a special thing. We'll pick one winner.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
Oh, well, apparently not until just now.
Well,
10-5,
the person making the best idea for a costume, Lauren will wear it on the first episode of the new OBS system.
I hate you.
And it has to be tasteful, all right? It can't be, this is a family show. So it can't be too dirty.
I'm either going to end up in a bikini or a Donald Trump costume or a mixture of both.
Ideas.
What are you? Oh, God.
Well, now you are, because that's a pretty good idea. Yeah. So send your ideas to me, and
oh no, don't let Dustin pick. Wait. Send them to my mom and Dustin both. Lori Dyer Hood and Dustin Clark. Include them both.
Okay, Lauren, I need you to stop. Send them to Dustin Clark or Michael Waldy. No. And we will pick a winner before the next episode.
I'm announcing my resignation from Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio. Oh, God. This is going to be so bad. You guys, be kind. Please, if that didn't sink in at all during this 90 minutes of me griping at you, please, now with Dustin's request for costume ideas for me, please be kind. Y'all. Oh, God. Oh, I hate you so much. Okay, so, great. I'm great. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay. So, again, thank you all for listening. Can't wait to hear from you about the future of our show. And we will be back soon. Good night, everybody.
See y'all later. I didn't do the thing.
Thank you for listening to Nite Callers Bigfoot Radio.